would you call the book world? Like, there's the movie world.
Expanded universe. That's like books, comics, video games, like the expanded universe.
He's very cinematic universe known and dabbles a little bit into the expanded universe.
Right.
So I'm like, well, my brother James, he gave me audio. He's, we have another brother? I'm like, don't worry about him. I didn't realize it.
We have another
It was literally, he goes, we have another brother? I go, don't worry about him. He's one of those that kind of just stumble into the family. And he's like, wait, he stumbled? Dead ass. He goes, wait, he stumbled into your family or you stumbled into his? I'm like, yes. He goes, well, which one is it? I go, yeah, he got me all the audio for the canon and the legend, so I've listened to them into the truck mostly. So a lot of the expanded universe I know.
Yeah.
So that was kind of cool.
Well, I mean, that's a positive about all this.
Talked to him once. He hasn't called back since.
When was that? This week?
Tuesday.
Yeah. He said a couple weeks. Or you said he said
Not
a couple
soon
weeks.
You're failing as a big brother.
Now you're giving off the creepy, like, first date vibes. Like,
why would he call me?
You blocked me on Facebook.
I just dropped you off at the house 5 minutes ago. But I've already booked a venue for our wedding.
I can see you in my rearview mirror. You're talking to me as I drive away. What do you think we should name our kids?
No, I'm just joking. But so that's cool. There is some hopefully of a positive out of all of it.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, he does have a potential Olympic child, so you can't.
That'd be fucking
The
awesome.
world doesn't revolve around you, Charles.
Listen, James Michael. Call you James all the time. I can't insult you with your fucking Jim. Yeah, you like that?
A few people call me Jim.
Who the fuck calls you Jim?
I don't really give a shit anymore. Guy I used to work with down at the warehouse.
What's his address?
I don't know. What?
No reason.
He used to call me Jim. And
Jimbo.
anyone else to call me Jim?
Jimmy Jim.
I think maybe. Oh, yeah. Gary. Down at the firehouse.
Oh.
He calls me Jim.
Gary Nestle.
Yeah.
Frank's dad.
He calls me Jim.
Yeah.
And everyone looks at me like whatever.
And he's on. If he calls you Jim, everyone looks at you like.
Why is everyone doing that?
Jim is just so sultry. Coming next to the stage. Jim. Woo.
So, once again, welcome back, everybody.
Come a chameleon.
Speaking of Star Wars, we're bullshitting about before. I just about an hour ago, before you got here, maybe a little more, I came across this. Every now and again, I just go on Google's like news feed, just random shit that comes up. And this one, I'm like, oh, no shit. Success in teleporting light and solidifying it for the first time travels faster than the speed of light. So, teleportation has always been one of the activities that has only been reserved for the futuristic stories and movies. However, this unbelievable idea has recently become possible with the discovery of quantum physics. Researchers at the Institute of Photonics Science in Barcelona have achieved a groundbreaking feat. The prospect of sending photons carrying information from one place to another material state qubit.
Qbert?
Yes.
Okay.
That's a cartoon. This
video game, nice try.
It's a comic strip.
It was a video game before anything else.
Yes. This unprecedented accomplishment demonstrates the ability to share information in real time and opens the door to future quantum networks and new horizons of communication and computing. We have basically uncovered the key to unlock the door to something that we've only talked about. Like, God, why do I have to drive somewhere? Can't I just teleport there? Oh, no,
you
it doesn't
know what
exist.
else they talked about?
What?
Teleporting?
What?
I mean, once we reach that event horizon, we might figure out where
we're going. You won't need eyes to see.
I swear to God. I swear to fucking God. If I hear anybody say plaid once, I'm fucking blowing up something.
Oh, please tell me. Plaid? Yeah. I don't know if I saved this. I bet you I didn't.
Oh, check this out. Which one did you get? Did you said something about having a handheld retro game emulator?
Yeah, right there.
What's it look like? Where is
the
it?
case. It's in the case. The Ambernick 305 something or other.
Yeah, I'm getting... I'm getting the Ambernick RG35XX.
Yeah, that's one of the newer ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This guy, and I'm getting it in that color.
Oh, you're getting that one.
Yeah.
I looked at getting one of those, but...
It's gone up. Oh, my God.
Yeah, they will. But it'll come way down, too.
I got it for the $30 deal.
Oh, did you? Yeah, that's when I got mine. It was...
Let me see yours. Be right back, motherfuckers.
Where's he going? That's all right, because I got to look for this fucking
You'll love this one.
news article.
Excuse me while I whip this thing out.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, neat.
Yeah, I got it because it's durable.
How do you turn it on? There.
Let's see. Where is it?
Oh, right. Let's check this motherfucker out.
Please tell me I saved it. Oh, it is. Okay. MIT. This is MIT's work. Talking about teleportation, like possibly being able to do that. Probably not within our lifetime, but at least
we never thought we'd get to the point where we could even teleport photons.
No, yeah, but that's what I mean. Like, we've gotten to the point where, like, hey, this is a possibility. I'm like, oh.
And think about it this way. Now, okay, these cell phones, they're on a much smaller scale as opposed to quantum physics. But
right.
If you look at cell phones, look at personal computers. It was 40 years ago, the personal home computer was dropped. And now we have things that could do 40 years ago what they wouldn't have even fucking fathomed.
Oh my God, it's fucking real.
What?
So, this is from BBC News. It is an MIT's, but I wanted to see...
BBC News, huh? Who's been on the hub lately? Turbo Graphics. Oh my God. Super Graphics. Nintendo Famicom. Super Famicom. Nintendo. Super Nintendo. Nintendo 64.
Okay, so... When you're done scrolling...
I'm listening.
Okay. So, from BBC News...
I hate you.
BBC.
Can't you just say British Broadcasting Channel?
That's not what it stands for. Was I wrong this whole time?
No.
Are you scared yet? That's what it says.
Okay. That's a good way to start it.
Meet Norman, the psychopathic AI. Norman is an algorithm trained to understand pictures, but like its namesake, Hitchcock's Norman Bates, it does not have an optimistic view of the world. When a normal algorithm generated by artificial intelligence is asked what it sees in an abstract shape, it chooses something cheery, a group of birds sitting on top of a tree branch. Norman sees a man being electrocuted.
What the fuck?
The psychopathic algorithm was created by a team at the Massachusetts Institute of Technology as part of an experiment to see what training AI on data from the dark corners of the net would do to its worldview. The software has shown images of people dying in gruesome circumstances, culled from a group on the website Reddit. When the AI, which can interpret pictures and describe what it sees in text form, was shown ink blot drawings and asked what it saw in them, these abstract images were traditionally used by psychologists to help assess the state of a patient's mind, in particular, whether they perceive the world in a negative or positive light. Norman's view was unremittingly bleak. It saw dead bodies, blood, and destruction in every image. Regular AI saw a close-up of a vase with flowers. Okay? Norman saw...
Wait a minute, what? Show me that picture again? How the fuck? I mean, this is the nicest way possible, maybe I got problems, but how do you see a vase with flowers? I see what looks like a chalk outline of a dead body.
Yeah. Norman saw a man is shot dead. Psychopath.
Fuck you. You could have warned me.
Alongside Norman, other AI was trained on more normal images of cats, birds, and people. It saw for more cheerful images and the same abstract plots. The fact that Norman's responses were so much darker, it illustrates a harsh reality in the new world of machine learning. Part of the three-person team at MIT's lead lab, it's Professor Liad Rawan, which developed Norman. Data matters more than the algorithm. It highlights the idea that the data we use to train AI is reflected in the way the AI perceives the world and how it behaves, which is an interesting take on what you take in throughout your daily life.
Yeah.
Obviously, it can affect the way you see the world. Here we go. Here's one. Regular AI saw in this block a black and white photo of a small bird. All right.
Okay, I guess. Oh, hold on. I got to. How do you tell myself?
Okay. Norman saw a man gets pulled into a dough machine.
So that picture again? I see. You know what? Actually, I see now. I see what looks like a giant, like creature, like a mythological creature standing down. Like you're standing up. You're laying on the ground, staring up, like the whole towering overlook.
I see what you see. But to me, it looks like just a giant kaiju from a Godzilla movie.
Yeah. Okay, kaiju.
Ultraman or something.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
Something like that. So, but that's what I'm used to seeing. So there it is. But
playing Pokemon. Well, how am I seeing dead bodies?
But, well, I don't know. I mean, you constantly search things on what is it, shadow mode or whatever the fuck.
Incognito.
Yeah. So I mean,
I search everything on incognito mode.
Okay.
From how to make apple pie to how to make people go bye bye.
Yeah. So I don't have to do that. That answers itself. But just going back to the first thing with teleportation, I'm glad I actually brought that up because this is something, it's a headline I saw last night before I went to bed. I'm like, that's a fuck way to go to bed. But yeah, it just popped back into my head. I'm like, oh shit, that's right. We're training AI to be fucking psycho. And it's fitting they named it Norman.
Maybe.
But this is what happened with fucking Ultron.
Oh, fuck. Good point.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but here's the thing.
So anyway, Ultron.
Way to go, Ultron.
Yeah.
Fucking asshole.
Ultron did that. Knocked the power out there.
Yeah, he did.
Knocked the lights out.
Norman knew what we were talking about and said, fuck it.
You know what else Ultron's going to do?
What's that?
Well, you know why? You know what's going to train this Norman psychotic AI like Ultron? It's going to pay attention to shit like the fucking UKRiots.
No, God. Really quick, before we transition, good segue, but still.
What?
Here's the thing. Was this created... I feel like something like that could be used to detect people's psychotic behaviors. Like if you wanted to test somebody for psychological issues, like dark psychotic issues, have them talk to the AI.
What I find interesting is they have AI in general. They have AI interpreting ink blots. Like AI interpreting ink blots.
I don't understand why we're trying to go T1000 on our asses.
Seriously. But I find it more because ink blots, like historically, has been used for someone's psyche.
Yeah.
A person's psyche. Their experiences and how they interpret things. Now we have AI interpreting things. Not like just taking a mass amount of information on one topic and then basically finding what the most common words and phrases are that have to do with that topic and then coming up with an answer. Every time you use Google now, it says Google AI says, and it gives you a paragraph. because that's the most common whatever is said. Now we have AI interpreting. Well, that's not like taking the average of something. That's what do you think, AI?
But is it true AI, or because we can program algorithms and stuff into software and coding to literally take, we could literally we could develop a program that could write you a 10-page report at a third grade level on the impact of World War II. And it'll sound like you're reading it from a child.
Right.
Because we can program third grade education into it. We could put third grade education into a program and then give it all the information it needs to write a paper on that.
Right.
Is it really artificial intelligence or a product of severely sophisticated, highly intellectual programming?
Well, I'm going to try going right to MIT this time. First, inspired by the data to teach machine learning algorithm. Yeah, this is an algorithm. Data used to teach a machine learning algorithm can significantly influence its behavior. The same method can be a very different thing in an image, even sick things, if trained on the wrong or the right data set. Norman suffered... What are you doing?
Norman, what?
Why would you put all the liquids by the electronics? Jeez Louise, Norman.
Yeah, but now it's square, circle, circle, square. Coffee, water, water, coffee.
He is psychotic.
Fuck you.
Norman, that's... oh, jeez. I don't know.
Patterns. Okay?
Yes, psychotic ones.
That's all it is.
Mm-hmm.
We have created programming that is sophisticated, almost quantum...
Wow.
Almost quantum algorithms. Wait, no, hold on. Tron Legacy. Bioalgorithmic jazz, man. Forgot what
Algorithmic.
I don't fucking remember what he says in the movie. Biogenetic jazz. I don't fucking know. Leave me alone. Be nice.
Black Box Society,
Sure.
AI-powered horror imagery. Horror stories.
Dude,
AI-powered psychopath. Jeez Louise. Now, this is just the same thing that BBC said with the whole thing. Here's the fact check. USA Today fact check. MIT scientists created psychopathic AI in 2018. Fact check. Yes, MIT did train AI to think like a psychopath. Whatever. There we are. Anyway. So, as I was saying before, the riots in UK.
Yeah,
This is
what's
probably
going
one-
on with that?
This is one that I heard about it earlier in the week, and because there were like little skirmishes going on really all over the world, so I didn't think anything of it, but then it just fucking blew up, like literally and figuratively. It's fucking crazy. I was actually
Pew pew.
I was live streaming it yesterday when I was working on a belt. I'm like, what the fuck? Because someone said, oh, they're actually sicking dogs on people. It's gotten wild there. What happened to spark it off? I've heard a couple of different stories, and this is the problem. This is the problem with just media nowadays in general. Like, the general idea was there was this birthday party for these kids, this Taylor Swift themed birthday party, which I don't know why that's thrown in there. Like, it's like,
Way to go, Taylor Swift. You're starting riots.
like who gives a shit what theme the party
Swift.
was at? But then there was this. Okay, yeah, there was. this one person that went in with a knife, because firearms are banned in UK, and killed 1 or 3? Triple murder, yeah. Including, I think, one of the little girls that were there. It was like a 10-year-old. And what happened after that was a week of violent disorder, including attacks on hotel housing asylum seekers and the looting of shops, which was fueled by a false rumor that the Southport triple murder suspect was a Muslim asylum seeker. And now, what they're calling the far right is just like protesting all the asylum seekers, which this was an ongoing thing before all this. Pretty much the same thing that's going on here. Tons of illegals or asylum seekers, depending on how you want to look at it, are flooding into their country. There's half of the country's like bullshit, and the other half is like, no, they're asylum seekers. They're, whatever. And I think this, fueled with the rumor, evidently, that it was Muslim and they were illegal, air quotes, basically brought them to the tipping point. And now it's just the streets are fucking crazy. And it's in pocket, like it's throughout the UK.
Oh, Jesus.
It says police have so far arrested 779 people in connection with rioting, with 349 of those charged. The National Police Chiefs Council. Okay. Prime Minister has delayed his family summer holiday. Oh, fuck. See what you assholes did?
Oh, poor Zelensky. He must be so distraught.
That's not even Zelensky. Summer holiday to continue to focus on the government's response to the riots. Yeah, so the Birmingham, Norwich, Southampton, Shrewsbury, Carlisle, Hastings, Cambridge. Hundreds of anti-racism protesters gathered on Saturday. So this is basically what's happening here. This is basically like West Coast styles and music and everything. You know how they're like 3 years ahead or however long ahead. Just comes to the East Coast. This is like the flip-flop of that. Like the UK is going through what everyone is suspecting is going to happen in the States. Like actual just boiling point, and it reaches its like zenith. Yeah, I guess accelerate at the apex. And that's where they are right now. Jesus. So there's a shit ton of riots going on right now. And like I said, depending on where you get your news from, it's either much like the States, it's either, well, there's a whole bunch of people that are tired of illegals being given pretty much everything when they come into the country, or it's a bunch of far right extremists that are racist against Muslim or whoever the fuck, and they're just tired of it. And now you have it's two counter protests basically going on at the same time. It's the right, I'll just call it the right, and it's the left protesting the right. So now you have a bunch of shit going on in the streets. I was watching live stream of police running from rioters, and the wacky part is I don't even know what side they're running from. Like, it's just, everything's completely, they've lost control over there. It's just complete fucking pandemonium.
Jesus.
Lost control. And
is the war in Ukraine still going?
Oh, yeah. That's something, too. Not to skip out on Britain, because there's another fucking thing that go on there, but evidently Ukraine is pushing against Russia now. Like, I know they have tanks going toward the border on Russia, but I heard that there was planned invasion of Russia. I'm like, are you out of your fucking mind? Like, everybody knows Ukraine cannot beat Russia. They can't. So why do they have such fucking balls suddenly? Where's that coming from?
Somebody's literally ready to say they're coming over.
NATO. Oh, and speaking of Russia, Putin is calling for peace in UK. Like, this whole fucking thing is just, it's fucking bizarre now. It's like we have what they call like communists and extreme right and everything, supporting UK, who is supporting the United States, but also critical of the United States, who's supporting Ukraine, who's against Russia, who's apparently supposed to be supporting half of the United States. And it's fucking wild.
My shit was confusing this morning. Earlier. I'm
like,
fucking just as lost as you were now.
Explaining it, I'm like, where do you like? I don't know. One, it's like, okay, where do you start, and where does it end? But I don't know where it started. So it just fucking does this weird.
I support certain parts of this.
Yeah,
I mean, the pro-life is definitely okay, but the rainbow swastika is. Can somebody make sense of this?
Yeah, the whole thing's fucking wild. And on top of this, see this. All right, this show's gonna be fucking difficult to clip. Because everything I just said right there is like, okay, so what's the topic here? But that's just it. It's like, I don't know where to start. I don't know where to end.
There you go. Title it. I don't know where to start.
We're fucking everywhere. There's going to be one clip out of this whole show. It's just that thing I went on. It's like, well, there's where we are right now. I fucking figured it out. Wow. But back to Britain. They are evidently arresting people for reposting shit.
Yeah. Misinformation or something like that? If it's deemed misinformation.
Or racial. Like, there's someone that just got arrested, and there was a video of him. He got arrested for posting... It was a post, or it was a post with, air quotes, racial emojis. Which one... Like, maybe I'm wrong, but don't emojis come pre-set?
No, you can choose a color now.
Oh, okay.
Like, watch. I'll show you.
Oh.
You'll love this.
Oh, cool.
Quackers. There you go. So watch. So let's say I want to flip you the bird. So check this out, right?
All right.
You can choose.
Yeah. Oh, I knew that.
You can choose your color.
But okay. But why is that?
Hold on.
But it's in the phone.
We'll do the thinking. Nope, think emoji doesn't do it.
Well, that's racist. What are you saying?
How about blowing up brain emoji? Nope. Because check this out, right? So it gets better. So you could do it with the hand gestures.
Right.
But check this out. As you scroll down, you can get old people, brunettes, red hairs, blonde hair. You can get male, female, people with hats, people with turbans.
Yeah.
People with crowns. You can get people with hijabs. Hijab?
I know what you're talking about.
Okay. I think with the woman, the hijab. The hijab. Something like that, what the women wear. I could be wrong. I'm sorry. There's mermaids. There's handy-capable people. There's paraplegic emojis.
Right. And they're racing or something?
No, it was just people. It's just an emoji. There's people with blind sticks.
Yeah, I know all those. Those are pre-loaded in your phone. So, hold on. We got the thing from Sky News here. First men jailed from riot-related social media posts. Okay. Jordan Parler was sentenced to 20 months in jail for urging people to target a hotel housing asylum seekers and refugees. Shortly after, Tyler K. was also jailed for his own post calling for hotels housing asylum seekers to be set alight. The first jail terms for using social media to encourage disorder and the recent unrest have been handed down.
Maybe that's what it's supposed to be. Something like that, for example.
This sounds like the same idea.
I wonder if that's what it was, something like that.
This sounds like the same idea for what happened on January 6th, when there's people that were tweeting at the time supporting it, and they got I think it was a journalist who said something about it. I can't remember.
Did you see that? I sent you a text. Check it out. I wonder if that's what it was, something along those lines. I'm wondering. Maybe not like the speaking English part,
Maybe?
but maybe it was if all of these, and it showed an emoji, didn't come here illegally, this wouldn't be happening.
Right.
I guess I don't see that as a racist emoji.
No, but that would definitely be one of those things that are like taking, like, there'll be a certain, not even demographic, but a certain group of people that would look at it and be like, well, that's offensive.
Yeah.
And just go off with it.
Like the whole Ariel Black meme. Did you see that one? Somebody got, I saw somebody got a TikTok ban. I saved it. I'll show you. Hold on. Memes. Somebody got a TikTok. It was literally this post. I saw it on X. Somebody put this meme up as a joke. No, not X. TikTok. Yeah.
Okay.
And they got a TikTok ban for like 30 days or something. And his account was just unlocked.
Really?
He's like, so this got me banned.
So, it's a picture of the new Ariel. Leave it at that. And
It makes a remark in reference to the missing sub.
yeah, and what? Maybe there was a correlation there.
And the guy got a TikTok ban for it.
TikTok's fucking weird though, because
But here's the thing.
TikTok I guess I just happened to notice, went back in our archive and banned the thing on Fauci. They took that down, which is accurate. And I was like, when the fuck did that happen? But they'll do that. Like, I'm sure if I went down the list of all the things I have on there, there's a whole bunch more that are. But I went on there, and it was factually accurate information. I know what it was, because I still have it. It's factually accurate. And they said, banned for misinformation. I was like, did I fucking mispronounce something when I was talking about
Oh, yeah.
Like, it was
Anything to fit the guideline.
Yeah. I can't... I can't remember. I cannot fucking remember who it was. There was a journalist who wasn't even there who just tweeted about their support for January 6ers, and he got charged. Like, he got, like, that's, like, I'm sorry. Whether you agree with J6 or not, and whether you agree with tax or whatever or not during this whole fiasco over in the UK, that opens a fucking dangerous precedent. That's a dangerous door to open. Because that now, the further we go down this road, the closer we get to your whole wrong think and wrong speech and wrong text or whatever the fuck.
And little red book.
Yeah, the closer you get to all that. Dangerous, dangerous, dangerous territory.
Oh, very.
Dangerous territory. But, oh, yeah, that's it. Just going along with the... So, I saw this. I'm like, oh, shit, that's right. This is a new thing. This is completely... not really. It's all fucking the same thing. We talk about the same shit fucking constantly. NBC News. Republicans float a quiet conspiracy theory that Biden won't be on the ballot. Okay? This is from October 26th of 2023. Okay? So, President Joe Biden announced in April that he is running for re-election. His campaign and its fundraising entities have a combined $91 million in the bank, and he has hired key political staffers to help helm his 2024 re-election campaign. He has no serious opposition that threatens to kick him off his party's ballot. So, he will obviously be the Democratic nominee for president, right? Right? Though no incumbent president has declined to seek a second term since Lyndon Johnson in 1969, there is an unfounded conversation among a faction of the political right that goes something like this. Democratic power brokers will intervene at the last minute to replace a weakened 80-year-old Biden with someone else as the party's nominee. So here's a scenario that I think is perhaps the most likely and most dangerous, Senator Ted Cruz, Republican from Texas, said on his podcast last month. In August of 2024, the Democrat kingmakers jettisoned Joe Biden and parachute in Michelle Obama. I view this as a very serious danger, he said. Right now, the thinking amongst Republicans that I know is that he may be the initial nominee and they swap out somebody else as the Democrat at the Democratic convention, said Cynthia Yaki, a 69-year-old from Fairfield, Iowa, who voted for Donald Trump in both 16 and 20. Because that will let the real leaders of the party, of the Democratic Party, to make the decision instead of the people. The idea centered largely on the thought that Biden is too old and not sharp enough mentally, is that there's a secret plan to replace Biden due to his health or other reasons by amorphous Illuminati-type forces within the Democratic Party. It is not a mainstream thought within the Republican Party, but it has maintained a persistent foothold among a relevant chunk of the GOP base, taking their cues from some party officials who continue to toy with the idea. A year ago, that was a conspiracy theory. As I read it, I think the only thing that changed
was Michelle Obama.
The rest of it was fucking to a fucking T. And you know what? When I saw the article, I'm like, I remember verbatim us going over this fucking...
Yeah.
This.
And we cracked jokes.
We always do.
Oh, my fucking God.
But that was a
Can't we
conspiracy
joke
because
about me becoming a billionaire?
Because when we joke, we're half serious. But
we'll half be serious about me getting money.
Money. You know what'll happen? You'll finally get it, and the economy will just tank. And then you'll be like, well, I guess I'm using it for wallpaper, just like the Depression.